In the sucker, the best thing in the world. I never tried for anybody else.
Just hand it to me afterwards.
She said she really grew up.
Are we live? Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
Y'all see us doing something different. Start y'all watch parties. Hey.
Hi. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Let's get the watch parties going. We're going to need you to take care of your kids and get them on up out the way. Y'all know what to do. Excuse them kids. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're on these rights. Y'all know this the Beehive. We shouldn't even play it. They might cut us off. Hey.
Ah, we made it through a week. Oh my gosh, this week has been long.
Hey.
Yes.
Happy Friday, folks.
Yes.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Gemma, you make me proud week after week, baby. Week after week.
Well, you know what else you do? You put it, you like schedule it. So Gemma's always like the first one to hit it when like, tell her that's all you ever asked for. That's all you ever wanted.
The reminders. She right.
What's the reminders? Listen, guys.
What's up, Deneen? You got your cup, baby?
Oh, I don't need my phone today.
You don't need your phone today. What? I got you. Listen, we got our cups and juice, and y'all know the Toyota had to make his way back. You know.
Can y'all make her stop wearing it?
No, we ain't. Why?
Can you make her stop wearing it?
Why?
Because T, it's traumatic.
It's okay.
It reminds me of the car crash.
Oh, poor Tink Tink.
All right. So listen, guys, make sure you get your drink. T, what are you drinking?
That's a good question.
So listen, I was in the liquor store, right?
Oh gosh.
It's a bougie way to say that, but I don't know what it is.
The liquor store.
That's not it.
The ABC store. The people in Virginia they say the ABC store.
It's a different way. I don't know. Like when I went to visit one of my bonus daughters in Penn State, it wasn't called the liquor store.
It's called like the ABC store.
No, it's called something else. Anyway, I found something. I was like, I had never seen it before. What does it say? Ride something Moscato?
That shit call a cab or call a ride or something.
So it was some different type of Moscato, and the alcohol volume was like 50%.
The shit is in a moonshine kind of bottle.
So I was like, oh, I gotta get this for tea.
Just because it said Moscato, she got me drinking.
No. That because it said 50% alcohol value.
Lord have mercy. Hey, Lisa.
All the time.
We got Lisa. What's up, Lisa?
Hi, Lisa. Miss D. Hi, Miss D. Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, Mama D is here.
Hey, cuz.
Lisa's here.
Oh, my God.
We got everybody is here, man.
So today, guys, welcome to Candid Convos with Kiya G and
Medium T.
Medium.
Hey, listen, before we even get into anything.
What?
Listen, do y'all see how clear we coming in? Y'all see that skin? Y'all see that skin? Listen, we got a new webcam today.
Yeah, we're trying something.
We're trying to come up here.
It takes time, people. It takes time. But listen,
Jasmine Moon in the building.
Hey, cuz, how are you? Thank you. Listen,
what's up, Chris? Chris here too. What's up, Chris?
Hi, Chris.
All the way down in Florida.
Oh my gosh, hi,
Chris. That warm weather. We up here with this damn snow.
What is melting? Today was beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
The sun was out. I was like, oh my God. Listen, guys, I'm trying something new with this hat. So if I'm fooling with it, it's because I'm not really used to it. But I like what it said. So I got it. It said Black History Month. So I liked it. You like it?
I do. I don't see you in a hat. So this was
my first
when
time.
she walked in the door with a hat, I said, oh, she got on the Black History and I got on the plantation hat because that's what we're going to talk about today.
So listen, today, before we dig in, we're going to have some disclaimers because today we're going to, can I say this? Even though it's content heavy, we definitely want to make sure that we still be respectful and still have a good time. Like we want this platform to be a place where you can, of course, be completely unfiltered. But we don't want to get so serious when we start at each other.
Right.
Okay. We are going to have a difference of opinion. I already see that coming. We're all not going to agree to that. Trust me. All right. So a little bit, but did you do the disclaimers?
I did. Okay. So first disclaimer is we're an adult show. Yeah. So we don't recommend 18 and under to watch our show. Not never. No. And as Lexia said before, sometimes it's touch and go even for the adults to get through. So we acknowledge that. The other thing is that today we're going to be talking about what we would consider a heavy topic or a taboo topic. I think taboo is probably the more. But in true Candid Convo form, you guys asked for this conversation and we are giving it to you. The other piece is that because we are talking about color and all of that, as Kiya said before, we're going to have a respectful conversation. This isn't where we are trying to pit someone against the other. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's not dark skin against the light skin. Yeah. Again, this is just a safe space where we can voice our opinions, our concerns, state a couple facts, because obviously there's an historic element to what we're going to be talking about today. So definitely, I'm so glad that T put up the trigger warning. We definitely are going to allow you guys to call into the show today. If you have a story around colorism, how that's impacted your life, we want to hear from you.
Yeah. And we want to do it in a different way. So I know last week we talked about maybe putting a number up on a screen, but because of, production and all of that stuff, we want to make sure everybody can hear you loud and clear. We have dropped the StreamYard link. So look for these comments, because this will probably get lost. I don't know how to pin it. Let me see if I can pin it. Can I pin it? Yeah, I don't think I can pin it in the bottom, but if you would like to join our conversation, you could click this StreamYard link right here. It'll bring you backstage to us. Yeah. Now, the thing is when you come in, it'll ask you for a name. You have a right to choose whatever name or no name if you don't want it to be known.
It could be Susie Q.
It could be Susie Q. Listen, it could be Karen for all I care. And
not no Karen.
The video, you can choose to not join with video as well. So your face and your image won't be shown. So we want folks to be as comfortable as possible to join this conversation, because you can't type everything that you feel.
But if you're feeling typey, go on and type.
Yeah, you feeling typey. We put you up
go
too.
And type.
Yeah.
We're definitely we'll put up as many comments as we possibly can. Yeah. Sometimes your comments are coming in so fast and we're so excited about it. So
what's up, Cassia? What's up, Shawnetta?
Hi, Shawnetta.
The poet. Hey, listen, brother.
Hey, we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon. Right.
All right.
So before we get into it, let's do our top 10.
Oh my gosh, you ready this week? I'm so proud of you. So before and guys, listen, today we're not going to do sip and sit.
Right, because not
today. We won't.
It's okay,
time. But we can still cut up between. Okay, we can still have some fun. Don't get that twisted. Okay, and y'all gonna have us for a while, because after this, of course, we're going to be covering the poets' first poetry slam.
Oh shit, Puff, you're right.
So you guys are gonna have us for a little bit, but yeah. What do you want to? You want to do top contributors?
Yeah, let's do top contributors.
Okay,
also. Did y'all see my outfit I had on earlier today? My little owl outfit. I got something to tell y'all, but I can't tell y'all yet.
I was about to tell them, but go ahead.
No, we can't tell them yet. They told me it's a secret. I'll tell y'all when I can tell y'all.
Why she has the owl costume.
Yeah, why I got my owl costume. But look, these are our top 10.
Oh,
did you count on them?
So our top 10, the poet.
Right, I got a cup. But this is moonshine Moscato.
Wait, hey V, where's that bottle at? Let me see what it.
Lonnie,
I had never seen it before.
Lonnie, you see something in there?
So thank you so much, our top contributors. The poet, of course, Amisha and Shawnetta, Alexia, my Oprah, I love you. Chanel, V, Anika, Shamina, Gemma, love you, and my little sis Aisha. Thank you guys so much.
Y'all, this one she got me drinking.
I thought it was good night. You know what? For our guests that's backstage, I thought it was good night. I'm so tired today. Obviously,
listen,
catch a ride.
I'm glad I'm home. This should say catch a ride. Where the hell am I getting dropped off at? And I'm gonna drink it though. We're gonna know.
Have you guys seen it before? Because I was actually in the store getting some wine for the poet, and I saw this, and I just immediately thought about tea. I was like, she probably will want to try this, because it says, I said 50% cheese. I was really trying to kill you. I was way off. 20.9%. That's still a lot.
When people that don't drink for real go to the liquor store and buy shit for you.
Extra fine quality though.
Hey sis, she trying to kill me in a coffee cup. I ain't even get a red cup. I got a coffee cup in a straw.
My D, tell her stop being a punk.
I ain't never no punk.
All right, so of course this is February. This is our first show.
It is, but we gotta acknowledge our international people too.
Yes, that's
so listen. Shout out to our international fans because for some reason y'all ass watch us, and I hope y'all got subtitles that can tell you what the foolishness we talking about. But either way, thank you for staying up late or getting up early, whatever damn time zone you in, and kicking it with Freedom Friday with our funky asses.
I want to go to Kenya. I want to go to Kenya and party.
Why you got? What the hell is this? The party there?
Party.
Oh, that's how people party in Kenya. People party like this in Kenya.
No,
you finna get kicked off.
You can't kick me off. Ooh. Don't do it. Don't do it. We have a guest. Don't do. T, come on. Not right today. She's so bad.
Listen, stop hitting me.
Disrespectful.
It is domestic violence month. I mean, it's almost.
All right, guys. So listen. Again, thank you so much to our top contributors that follow us, that support us, that stay in our comments Friday after Friday after Friday, and sometime on weird days when we want to just do random thoughts. So we so appreciate you guys. So of course, this is February, and this is, what month is this? Of course, this is our month. I mean, really, to me, it's our day every day. But happy Black History Month, guys.
I'm Black History 365.
And like I said before, I don't know if you guys realize, but this is the 45th anniversary of Black History Month in America. So this is just amazing time for us to celebrate.
And get free shit. And get free shit.
No, not like Veterans Day when every place we go, I'll give anything for free. You got to be.
Let me tell y'all how I've been rocking.
We're not doing that for Black History Month.
5 days into Black History Month, I feel like I earned the right to run lights. I got the right to go and take whatever the hell I want for my reparations. If they can go to the Capitol and fuck the Capitol up and take souvenirs, I know I can go on 7-Eleven and grab some Raisinets.
You will not.
I'm just.
They don't even sell them at 7-Eleven. That's Royal Farms you like.
No, I like the Royal Farm chocolate covered raisins, but I'm saying if I wanted to take them, I feel like I could take them like I took this goddamn Toyota $500 deductible. Y'all see that? Anybody else would have threw the shit in the trash for what? She paid $500 for it.
Anyway,
she better be proud of you on
investment. All right, guys. So
it's Black History, Black Lives Matter. That's what I'm saying.
So before
365.
sorry. So before we dig into the subject for today, which is colorism and how that's impacted you, we have a special guest that's agreed to drop in for us.
Jimmy, you get free shit anywhere you go. Just tell them Black Lives Matter when you're walking out.
And we are so excited, so excited. Yes, guys, Black History Month. We're going to have fun this month. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. We should do a Black History Month TikTok too.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should. So let's get into the show, guys.
We have a guest.
We do. He is amazing. Again, I'm so happy that he took some time out of his schedule to pop into the show and to, bless us with all types of information and ways to give back to our community. I want you guys to not just say it. I want you to live it. Okay. And it starts small. Okay. It's little things that you will do. So let me tell you about this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this dad. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. He taken, but he is fine. And I'm gonna tell y'all, don't be. He's taken. I'm gonna say that before he even come on.
Tell him again, kids, because y'all be trying.
Because I know how Candid Convo people get a little hot and buff.
This man is taken. Don't have his wife try and come up to our inbox. Tell me we done put her husband out there on the market. He is taken. Yes,
and he is a Morganite on top of that. So
and he a dope ass dad.
All right, so
and he take care of his kids.
Stop it. So listen. So Stephen McGill is a father of 3. He is a husband. He is an author.
He is what?
He's a father. He's a husband.
A husband. Don't hit this man
inbox. He's an author. And on top of that, guys, listen to this. He is a personal trainer.
Yes.
Certified.
That's why we drinking water when he come on. Let me get on my last sip before you come on.
When you see these guns, no, just joking. Yeah, you can tell.
Because he told us yesterday we ain't supposed to be eating carbs and shit while we drinking at the. I told him I'm drinking water while he on here.
He said that we need to go. I think he was saying peanuts, pretzels, that kind of
stuff. That's your carb and your intake, so you're supposed to be eating while you drink. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
That's why I'm trying to drink my calories.
So he's a certified personal trainer, guys, and fatherhood advocate. He created a children's book series, which I can't wait to get mine. When my schedule slows down, I'm going to get one for Will. But it's actually called The Electrifying Adventures of Mr. Powers.
Mr. Powers.
And it's a story of a single Black father who who is also a superhero, as well as a dope dad 101. So he's a superhero. And this Steven guy's amazing. He also owns Dope Dad 101.
Musa.
He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So he has given great advice to how fathers can be the best that they can be.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why I believe he started Dope Dad 101.
Mm-hmm.
So he has had a lot of experience being a single father. He was sharing with us that he was actually thrust into single parenthood right out of college while he was really, really young. And so he believes that every dad should strive to be the best father alive.
And why not? Hey, listen, y'all know what we gotta do, and we got company, so don't show y'all asses off.
Guys,
welcome this man to our platform. Drop them hearts, drop them comments. Let y'all folks know that we got this man coming on. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome
How y'all
to
doing?
the show.
How y'all doing?
We good. You got your little back. Steve, let me tell them again. This man is taken.
But hey, ladies, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Right.
He's like, I can still admire and look though.
And he would still like to help you work out and eat healthy.
Oh yeah. And the thing about the carbs, you actually want to have carbs if you drink it, so it helps absorb it, so you're not stumbling all around like crazy.
Damn, I've been starving myself for nothing.
Not me.
Yeah, no. You need the carbs. I told you, watch what the colonizers do. They use the carbs.
You're right.
It's on every bar table. Every bar table.
Look at this. They is here with you. They is here with you. Yeah.
Hey, ladies, how y'all doing?
Right.
We got some guys tuning in.
We do.
Oh, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing? I gotta speak to y'all with a different tone though. Like, what's up, y'all? What's going on? Black History Month.
Do y'all guys still do this?
I mean, yeah, sometimes it depends, but
right.
So listen, jump in the way, because right now I'm like a brand new fan, so I can't stop singing your praises. I can't stop talking about it. I don't know if I want to talk about the book or the first annual Black Book Drive that you're having. I mean, they
got questions for you already. They want to know what's up with that Dope Dad shirt. Can they get them?
Oh, y'all gonna have to wait on this because these are only for me and my people right now. But I got something coming. Just stay tuned. And believe me, I got.
We're gonna get it.
It's gonna be t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and all of that. So it's coming soon. That was one of my goals for 2021.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna link you with Musa. We're gonna get that Coco dads over there with them dope dads because we
definitely have to drop the link for the book because it's two. It's actually two.
Yep.
Parts. Yeah, it's
volume 1 and volume 2. So so this is how we could do it. We could talk about let's go we'll talk about the book since you mentioned that. Then I'll roll it into the Dope Dad 101 thing, and then we'll get into the book drop. So that way everything kind of like coincides.
All right, well, stage is yours.
All right. So basically I wrote a story, wrote a children's book series about a father that's also a superhero. He's a single father. And it's kind of based loosely off of some of my experiences being a former single father. And basically, he's a personal trainer by day, but at times when the kids are away, he's beating up bad guys, monsters under the bed, creatures in the closet, or just anything that the kids deal with or think that they deal with, all while they don't even realize that he's a superhero. And it's written in rhyme so the kids will have fun while they're reading it, but at the same time, it's a little medicine and candy sprinkled in, so that the kids can get kind of like life lessons that they could take with them in real life. And the whole reason I wrote it was because I wanted our kids to see characters that look like them, talk like them, and deal with situations that they deal with. And also because I wanted to show Black men and Black fathers in a positive light, because that's something that we obviously need a whole lot more of. So volume 1 is kind of like that. And here's another thing. Each one of them kind of deals with like different issues, social emotional learning, peer pressure, bullying, stuff like that. So the first volume is kind of like an introduction to the characters, and then it kind of goes into a kid that has an issue with kind of like taking things from other kids. So the lesson in that is, to work hard for what you want and not take from other people. But then volume 2, I didn't mean to keep running my mouth and keep going, but
please run your mouth. It's yours.
For volume 2 is called The Snack Attack. And that one specifically focuses on health and wellness as well as childhood obesity. So one of the things is the main protagonist is a kid named Snacks, and he's a kid that's bigger than everybody else. Eats a whole bunch of junk and all of that, and he kind of does some things in school and acts up, but it's more of a defense mechanism because he doesn't want to get teased for being big. And so we kind of deal with all of that.
That's
all
great.
within a children's book and all written in rhyme. So it's not like it's super heavy, but like for us adults, we'll be able to see that part and appreciate it. And the thing is just giving our kids that information while they don't even know that they're learning really.
Yeah, and that's the best way to teach them. Like sneak it in. You know, you never really know. It's like, and I love that you are addressing areas in the book that are real life situations. I mean, a lot of times when you get to the core of a bully, or somebody, you know, that just wants to tease and taunt, it's so many other dynamics going on in their life and their home. And that's why I tip my hat off to teachers, because they have to be moms, social work. They have to be a little bit of everything, because you never really know what kids are doing. I want to say, like, some of the worst bullies I had reports of when I went to their home and saw it, I said, well, no wonder they're so angry. You know, and no wonder they, you know, they're struggling with different things. So I love how you are able to loop that into something that's really fun for the kids.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So we have this amazing fundraiser.
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about it.
So a buddy of mine has a group called Generation Forward. They're based out of DC, and I have Dope Dad 101. So we decided to collaborate and do the first annual Black History Month book drive. And what we're doing is we're raising money to purchase brand new books. And with these books, what we're going to do is we're going to donate them to kids that go to schools in underserved communities. So there's a couple schools in Baltimore, a couple in DC and Virginia area, a couple in the New York area, and a couple in the New England area as well, because my buddy, he's from that area, and he has a couple schools up there that he's going to donate to the kids as well. But what we're doing is, like I said, we're raising money. As you can donate as little or as much as you want. And what we're going to do with that money is we're going to purchase brand new books. And these books are going to be books from authors of color that also have characters of color, and not just of color, Black. Like let's be for real, because saying of color is one thing, but like
Black. Can we just say Black? Yes, I appreciate
authors, yes, Black. Listen. This wall behind me is Black. Everything is Black with me.
That's right. That's right.
So it's Black authors, Black characters, Black stories, Black voices. And that's what we're doing.
We need more of that. And I love how you said, and here's the link here, guys. Listen, I love that you said little or lot. I think so many people, when they hear donation, they're like, oh my God, I don't really have enough and I'm struggling. Listen, guys, I got 6 kids. You already know that. I'm on a social worker salary with a whole bunch of side hustles. So I know that if I can come up off a little bit of change,
and she tight. Let's not leave that. And she's tight as shit. She's tight. I'm talking about keeping the 2-cent change. Man, you should get my 2 cents.
I am thrifty, and
that's a cute one. That's cute.
I am thrifty. I'm sorry, I work hard for my coin, and I don't want it to
thrifty, cheap, frugal, whatever word you want to use.
Spread Karma.
Yes.
Where we're donating our money to, which T and I have donated. We have what? Like, is it 15 or how many more days do we have?
I think it's about 14 days left. I haven't checked it today because I was running around and stuff. I think it's either 14 or 15 days.
Yeah.
And the reason that is because we want to collect all the money, purchase the books, and donate them while we're still in our month, Black History Month.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. That makes it more profound. And guys, listen, when you click this link, I'm telling you, it's really, really easy. You could do $10. Yeah. Every little bit counts, and again, you might do $10 today. And maybe when you get paid, then you do maybe $30 or $40 or $50. I started out, I did, a little bit. And then, I said, okay.
Hey, listen,
what?
Hold on. Hey, V, that's when you know it's frugal. When your frosted face got the polar bear, baby.
Don't tell my business. All these saves a lot of money, and they taste the same.
They do. You got to add a little more sugar.
But I'll tell you one thing: I'm not cheap when it comes to literacy.
Giving,
I'm not cheap when it comes to giving back. I'm not cheap when it comes to that at all.
And one thing I do want to mention about spreadkarma.org it is a Black-owned
Yes.
crowdfunding platform. And this platform specifically deals with fundraising for underserved communities and for events and for functions or for any type of philanthropic efforts dealing with our communities in particular.
Correct.
So it's not a GoFundMe where you're just raising money because Pookie got shot and he ain't put away none of his money.
Exactly. Right.
This is actually for like things that benefit the kids in underserved communities, or just benefit not just kids, but just us and what we need in our community.
Right.
Absolutely.
And,
Go ahead.
and the thing is that this is the village. And you guys have heard us talk about it. We talk about some foolish shit, but we talk about some real shit just the same. And you guys know that community service and community give back is the at the basis of both of our hearts and movements. And so listen, this is your time to get in and do something to make a difference. You can't get out in the community, because of COVID. You wanted to help and you want to do something, but don't know what. Give some money. Give your time. Share this link.
Yeah.
We got 14 days to still raise a whole bunch of thousands of dollars so that we can get these schools and these kids the literacy that they need.
Absolutely.
So hit this link. Go to your little junk. Y'all got y'all numbers saved anyway because y'all order from Amazon and shit all day. So y'all cards already auto-populating. When you type 4, it already know what credit card come up. So you go ahead and you send this man some money and this organization, some Black-owned organization, right? And so that these babies can get some books.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And and his storybooks. He should be sold out at this point after the show.
Mr. Powers.
Listen, Mr. Powers should be in everybody's homes.
And
that's the goal.
No, I'm doing a whole show, for mine when I get mine.
And listen, some of y'all asses can't read any goddamn way. So don't let these children grow up like y'all asses. So you give these babies some books so that they can be better than you and Fantasia when they grow up.
Oh, don't you dare.
I was just saying, if somebody would have gave Fantasia a book early on, we wouldn't have had to hear that story on Lifetime.
Hey, that was a good movie, though.
But I'm saying, though, if somebody would have gave her a little book,
right.
So get us, donate.
So listen, as my daughter V might say, donation. Gifts. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Umar, we got to salute him. We got to hold him up in Black History Month.
Absolutely.
All right, so Stephen, thank you so much for stopping by. Listen, we're gonna bid you a goodbye. You can watch us if you want. Mm-hmm. You're gonna kick him out.
You say he's gonna stick by.
You want to stay?
I'm here. Let's go. I'm here.
Right.
I'm here. So,
we're gonna get into this conversation.
I got my water.
I got mine too.
All right. Listen, guys. Thank you so much for just letting us give you that information. Mm-hmm. It's so important. I know T is making fun, but it's so important that we give back.
I wasn't warned. They let me go tonight. Tanya came in to carry the afternoon shift. I ain't have to come into the strip club tonight.
Okay. So listen, guys, let's jump right into the topic of colorism. Thank you. Lots of thank yous.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thank y'all.
All right. So let's talk about colorism.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell T business a little bit. So T actually did not know what colorism was. Okay. She didn't. She was like, "Is that the same as racism?" And I was like, "What?" So of course, I think we should start this conversation with what exactly is colorism.
First, I'm gonna go back and do some more. Let me, because we don't talk a lot right now. So some people,
let's do some comment. You want to share?
And some of us, take medication and they might have forgot what the hell the show was about. So today we talk about colorism.
Yeah.
And in that comes a trigger warning, right? And so we got through the fun part, right, of the conversation and the dialogue. Nice. Y'all know how to reach Steven and his cause and how to send money to these books so we can get these babies to learn how to read. And now we're going to talk about something that's heavy, something that's a taboo topic that we decided to take on with you guys. And we're not going to get through half of it tonight. So it'll definitely be a part 2. But we're going to drop the link for you one more time. If you guys want to come on, click the link. You can change your name if you want. You could choose to not show your picture if you want, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Kids okay with it.
Absolutely.
We want you to be as comfortable as you want to be able to share whatever views you may have. So yeah, we can get into it now.
Yeah.
And where y'all kids at? Did y'all feed them oodles and noodles or spaghetti for dinner? Wow. And Miss Viola and Miss Rose, bring y'all asses on.
All right, guys. So, it's crazy that we're just getting to colorism, because when T and I were having our brainstorming sessions, actually last year, maybe like the summertime, we were brainstorming some show ideas. I told her, I said, I would really like to do a show on colorism. Mm-hmm. And I said, obviously, me being of deep complexion, I said, I never feel like I hear enough about it. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, since I've been researching it more and reading more, like, The Guardian, that's one of the publications where it's a lot of panel discussions about colorism. But I think growing up as a brown girl, mm-hmm. It was really, really challenging. And for me, it was for no reason. Like, once I got through life's regular challenges, there were additional challenges that were brought on by my own people. And to me, it's like, I know that we talk a lot about white supremacy. We talk a lot just about the oppression and our history, but I don't think that we acknowledge the fact that we still have some growth and things that we need to do as a people, because the reality is still a whole lot of internal hate that we give to each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead.
And even with that conversation, right? So yeah, I thought, I know that the difference was the colorism comes within our own group. Like, I knew that happened, but I didn't know that was the name given to it. And like, outside of the race is the racism part, right? Yeah. And so even in that conversation, so back up. I know you guys have heard Kiya and I talk about numerous times of how we come to what we're going to discuss on Friday. But
3 o'clock in the morning.
And we laugh about it, but it really do be 3 o'clock in the morning conversations. And it really is like whatever we feel like we can't get to the end of in our own conversations. Yeah. Because she'll feel away, I'll feel away, Via feel away. And then it's like, by the time we bounce it off of these other people, let's talk about it on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so here we are. Yeah. The link is there. Don't be shy. Bring y'all asses on, because y'all asked for it, and so now we gave it to y'all. So now y'all gonna be shy, but we get it.
Yeah, and to me, it's like I said, this right here is the beginning of a good start, because again, at least we're open to having a conversation about it. Yeah, obviously, colorism is simply just prejudice or discrimination, especially within a racial ethnic group, favoring people with lighter skin over those with darker skin. Yeah. And so, have you encountered any of that as a Black male? Has a woman passed you over, Stephen, because you were a little too brown for her?
No, but I'll tell you kind of like the reverse side of that. When I was in my younger days, I used to be one of the guys that caught the stigma of, oh, you only want the light-skinned women. Wow. And that was never true. It was just the thing of that just so happened to be what filled my resume back then.
Gotcha.
For lack of a better term. Like my wife is lighter skinned, and my oldest son's mother is lighter skinned. But you can ask my wife right now, my biggest crush, and she knows it, is Tiana Paris. Tiana Paris, I love Tiana Paris. And Tiana Paris is chocolate and fine. So I like all of that stuff that they say, like, to me, the light skin stuff to me comes with because my daughter is like browner like me, but my 2 sons are light skinned. So I just like, I hope they don't get that light skin thing. Joking. but for me, like, I've never looked at light skin is better than dark skin. Like, I looked at like the Albie Shores and the G Moneys, and I'm like, oh, they got a pretty boy. But that's it's in a joking way. But honestly, like, for me, everybody's beautiful. Like all of our different skin tones, and I appreciate it all, because we can't control it. We can't determine what our skin color is going to be or what our tone is going to be. So, that's how I look at it.
Hi, Anika.
And you know what? And I'm glad that you said that, right? Because all of us, well, I don't want to speak for everybody. I know for me, right? We heard stuff like that. The pretty boys, it's the light skinned boys, and it's dark skin season. And it's always been like a running joke, right? And so I think that joke even goes back to like the mentality that we've had to kind of be able to cope. And so like we've used humor through so many ways of coping through stuff that may have been uncomfortable at one point, but we've made it normal to laugh and joke about it. And so like you have the like me and my best friend. So Tiffany is lighter than you, Steven. And, you know, we was called Salt and Pepper, you know, and it wasn't because we could rap, you know, but it was because I was darker and she was lighter. And, you know, looking back, it's kind of like, well, damn, that was some colorism stuff, right? But like we laughed and joked about it.
But you know what? I'm so glad that both of you said that, because I think what has happened is it's so deeply rooted in our history and our DNA that we don't even know that we're doing it. I mean, you think about slaves with lighter skin. You know, I was reading an article called Color Struck, and it said slaves with lighter skin were assigned domestic tasks, which we know, while slaves with darker skin were forced to work outside in the fields, which we know that as well, doing much more grueling tasks. And lighter skinned slaves were favored because they were often a product of a slave owner raping the slave, thus creating a light-skinned child. And so, you know, when I heard Steven say, you know, like my wife is lighter, but that wasn't necessarily my intention. I think that from birth, you can't help it. This is what you're birthed into and your ancestors before you. And so it's like, it's really hard to change that whole stigma when it's a part of who you are from birth. And so even with the paper bag test from the 19th and 20th century, the paper bag test, for you guys that don't know, was often utilized in Black spaces and in hiring of Black people. So that if someone was the same color as a lighter skinned person, a light skinned person was like the same color as a paper bag, that was as dark as you could be. That was as dark as you could be. If you were my complexion, that's it. You weren't even allowed in the space to be considered to be higher.
But see, I think that we don't even, and so like even Shamina was saying, like the same thing goes for good hair and bad hair. Right? Like if you got
that's a whole nother show.
It is. And
because I still hear people my daughter's age, my daughter's 22. I still hear people my daughter's age saying, girl, my kid gonna have some good hair.
And it's like, what is that?
Like, when is that gonna get played out? Because to me, the dark, heavy hair is the good hair.
But it's like, it's subjective. I think good hair is subjective. But like Ron was saying, his nickname was Black when he was younger because of him being dark.
And see, my mother, who's resting on the other side, never allowed that. I know my friends would come on the porch and hang out, and they'd be saying pudding, and they want to nickname me, and she go, no, because her sister and her cousins, y'all don't do that with her. Like, you don't say, like, for instance, every deep complected woman that's watching right now has probably had this compliment, but it's really not a compliment. I'm going to tell you that. Oh, you're pretty to be dark. Listen, that is not a damn compliment.
That's how people are about Steven, you could be a big girl. What the fuck?
Steven, I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, that's not a compliment at all. Like, either she's pretty or she's not. Like, she could be dark, light, big, small. Like, pretty is pretty. Like, beautiful is beautiful. That's all it is. And yeah, I think it's just one of those things that, like you said, it goes back to the brown paper bag test. It comes from years and years of oppression, and a lot of it's been indoctrinated in us, and we don't even realize it sometimes. And
we really don't.
And that's the key right there. Like, and so because it has been just something that we heard over and over and over, like I have a running joke. Like I tell people, oh, I know I couldn't be a slave. Like, no damn way. I know I couldn't because I'm lazy and I'm dark and I don't do well with sweat. So I know I would have had my ass out in the field. But my best friend, she would have been in the house, right? And so even to go back to what you were saying about slave times, the slave master pitted the colors together initially. Because if you were born a fairer skin, because your father probably was the master, you got treated better. You didn't have to come back out to the field quarters. You see what I'm saying? You didn't eat what the field slaves ate. You got the scraps from the master, but that still was better than what was being served out in the field.
Absolutely.
And so even that interest and that conversation started early. And so we just kind of continued on with a whole bunch of other shit that was passed down from slavery that we just haven't got over. But we do it amongst ourselves without even knowing it. My sister, one of my sisters, I call her as Black, and I've been calling her as Black since we was little. Nobody else, not so much, but I do, right? And it was because of her color, but not like in a bad way. She just, but now I'm sitting here thinking about like, damn.
It's actually not a good, and it's
Sis,
crazy.
If I offended you,
but when I'm
sorry. Like I said, no,
saying,
right?
It's like Stephen was saying, it's so indoctrinated into our culture that it's at a point where it's like that woman probably is acceptable to her. I know when you say, I think when you said that name, I said, well, what's her real name? Because that's the way I think, because that's the way that I was reared, to not do these nicknames and all these other things. You know, I know we're winding, we need to wrap up a little bit, but I want to read some stuff to you guys. Let's get some comments. We have to have these conversations with our youth very young to create a space for self-acceptance.
That's
absolutely,
right,
Anika. Absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly. We have to begin to rear our little boys to be able to choose for personality and connections and all these other things that matter, and not for all of these superficial reasons. I actually came across some really startling research I want to share with you guys through The Guardian. So research into the marriage market revealed that dark-skinned women are less likely to be married than light-skinned women.
Wow.
So when he said that, wow, you know, I didn't marry him, it wasn't the life, but again, he's like, it's just like, you don't even realize it's what you perceive as beautiful. It's what has been, it's what has been laid in front of you as beautiful from the time that you were born. What is pretty? Like, let's think about some of the most popular shows right now. Let's take Blackish. I love Blackish. I love Tracy Ellis Ross. But I'm sure there were other women that auditioned for that. Let's go back further and take Coming to America. So the sister that was the one that was, and I thought the sister was beautiful. But then the princess, the woman that they had chosen, Vanessa Bell, who is gorgeous, who is flawless, who is a classy, beautiful, elegant woman, was pushed aside. For him to choose this woman that was lighter, that had this curly hair. And so what do we see as a people? What do we see as beautiful? What is
so can I chime in real quick?
Please.
I always go back to Martin, and I always thought Martin should have been with Pam instead of Gina. Like I like Pam way better than Gina.
He was dogging Pam every chance he got.
I was like, listen, I mean, I know, you know, both of them are beautiful and all of that, but I love Pam. I was like, like they should have flipped those roles. But.
Right. And so as I went deeper, it said, but colorism shows up in even starker ways. The difference in pay rates between darker skin and lighter skin men mirrors the difference in pay between whites and blacks. That's how significant it is. Okay. So then darker skinned women are given longer prison sentences. Did you guys know that? Than their lighter skinned counterparts. And this discrimination starts young, because they even determine that girls in middle school and elementary school are suspended a lot more. The darker ones are suspended more than the fair ones.
And they're labeled more as a problem child. If you are, and I've seen it even doing youth development work. The darker skinned girls do get their bad rep a lot further, whether it's in a correctional facility, whether it's in a group home. Like their behaviors aren't excused as fast as someone who may be a little fairer. And I think even that, like, so even the preferential treatment, right? It allows some kind of hatement, some kind of resentment to grow. Even if you don't know the person that you're growing hate for, that's just because you know that they get more preferential treatment than you.
Absolutely.
And so then that goes back into like the crabs in a barrel. And that goes into like the women trying to pull women down. Not just because we women, but like if you lighter than me, then I'm gonna feel like you might get a little bit of treatment than me. And so it's like all of these things, these backhanded things that affect women, Black women. And there's things that, like you said, it's not even necessarily talked about. And it's good, Stephen, that you on here, because we get to get a male's view of it. You know,
definitely appreciate that.
We got some comments coming in. They is coming in fast too. Good gracious almighty. What did we say? All right. Darker skinned women were never the princess of love interest, right? That's Anika. They made Pam so ghetto to fit the stereotype of darker skinned women. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. We shaking our heads too. Great statistics to bring up. That's Anika for you.
Thank you, sis.
And V says, I literally had a job who favored me over the darker employees. They would always try to give me all the tips, and it was hella shady.
Wow.
Listen, it happens. But it's like, once it happens, then what? Then what? Once it happens.
I think it's up to us to kind of like to kind of break it. And when I say us, I mean like everybody. But I mean, for men, what we could do, like it's crazy. I had to sit and think of how many sisters I have, but I have all of my sisters. I have one older sister, and then I have 3 younger sisters, and they're all darker than me, and they're all beautiful. My wife's sister
love that you say that.
My wife's sister is darker than her, but they look just like each other, but just one is darker.
But they
like,
all, yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
Yeah, that's like I've never looked and said, because she's darker, she doesn't look good as a lighter. I think it's something that, like, for us men, we can break the stereotype. Like when we kind of like see in entertainment, I think entertainers can step in and do it as well. Like a lot of the music videos that you used to see was always the light women. Like, nah, like bring some of these fine darker women in here too, because they're all beautiful as well. So I think it's something that us as men, we can definitely do, our part to normalize it.
Yeah. And I definitely appreciate the fact that you are being so transparent while you're on here, because, I definitely I'm pleasantly surprised that you engaged in this conversation. I'm so happy that you did, because I think that men, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am definitely really hard on Black men, because some of the quotes that I've heard, especially the ones who've made it, our guys that are famous, it's okay if you choose someone that's of lighter complexion, because your heart is your heart. But when you start to, be unappreciative of Black women and so type, it's like, oh, I didn't want to be with a dark-skinned woman, because I hear all the time, we have attitudes. You guys are always nasty. Y'all always fussing and arguing about something, especially the men who have chosen a white woman.
Yeah.
And
so can I respond to that? Anytime you hear that from a man of a position, that means that man didn't become a man until he got that position.
Yes.
So it's a level of insecurity, and it's a defense mechanism, and we see it clear as day. Yeah. So like I always talk to my wife all the time. I say, when you see these athletes that's with these white women, a lot of times, they went to these big predominantly white schools, because most of the star athletes go to those schools. It's a whole nother situation and another conversation that we could talk about these athletes going to HBCUs, but that's for another day.
Yes,
we
do talk about that.
But most of the time, when you see these athletes and they go to these schools and they pick up these white girls, because they never learned how to talk to our women in the first place. So they use it as a defense mechanism, and they say that Black women are hard to deal with and all. That's just because you've never dealt with them before.
Right. I think what really concerns me the most is that they have all this influence. These Black men, the athletes, and people like even Terrence Howard, they've said things about Black women. And the thing is, you use your influence, your platform, you have millions of followers to say those kind of derogatory statements about darker complected women, and it's just appalling and it's offensive, and we have to stop. My thing is, like, confront it. That's my thing. Like, if you guys are with someone and they go, oh my God, man, that girl is dark as crap, man, she purple, or even a male, like, confront that. Don't kiki and laugh that off. Because it's not funny. Go ahead.
It's funny you said that about the male side. So Anika says, I was at the barbershop once, and the men had a debate about who had the better body, dark skin or light women. And this deep-rooted hate is real. Absolutely.
Look at Steven's face.
That's wild. Like, how is your complexion going to determine who's got the better body?
Yep.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, a lot of the times when we get into these conversations and what's said, you got to look deeper. You got to look at the messenger. Yeah. And like when you say when it's the famous people with the platform, again, look at the messenger.
Yeah.
Right. And the same thing is like one of them Kanye West songs. He was like, and she gonna leave your ass for a white girl, and that's one part of the song that still kicks out for me. And I say it every once in a while. I'm like, oh, okay, but it's a I don't want to say a perceived threat, or like you just assume that if a Black man makes it to a certain plateau, he will leave the Black girl who held him down, who was riding with him when he ain't have nothing, Steve Harvey, and and then they go ahead and get them
Kevin Hart,
all of them. I can name a whole bunch of them. But but that's what we see, and because it becomes normal in Hollywood, people bring that down to us regular folks in the regular day-to-day life. And it's I don't think it's fair anywhere. I don't think your money plays a part in anything.
Yeah.
Gemma said, coming from a Caribbean household,
oh, absolutely.
I wasn't raised to see color. We are all the same color on the inside.
Let me tell you what's interesting about that, though, Gemma, because while I was doing my research, the Caribbean has quite a bit of colorism. Most of the companies that has like bleaching creams and things like that, oh my gosh, it's so prevalent it's so prevalent there. And it's ridiculous that there are women right now that are tearing their skin up. I almost want to share, I need to find the YouTube video. Colorism is hella real in the Caribbean. Absolutely. The skin bleaching cream, it's so hard on their skin. They're willing to tear their skin up just to be a different complexion. And she says, my grandmother, very lighter skin, was made to live in the crawl space of the house in Jamaica because she was pregnant by a dark-skinned man. Come on, guys. We got to stop.
And we got Mondon said her grandmother couldn't marry her soulmate because he didn't pass the paper bag test. So listen, we know that this shit happens.
Like literally, that makes my heart hurt right now. Seriously. Yeah. I hate the fact that there are little girls right now who think they're so ugly right now that can't even rise above it because their own people are telling them that they're unpretty, that they're unworthy. That right there, it crushes me. But I'm telling you guys, like, we're going to continue to have this conversation because we have to do better than this. I don't know if you guys understand, but writer Alice Walker actually was credited for the term colorism. Before then, they were using words like color struck. That's kind of like my grandmother's era. They were using those kind of things. But what Alice Walker said was, she said, colorism was defined as preferential or prejudiced treatment of same race people based on skin color. And it continues to this day. And as she once wrote, unless we exorcise it, we cannot as a people progress. Colorism, like colonialism, sexism, racism, impedes us. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Do you think that Alice Walker was correct? Is this colorism going to be the reason why we as a people fail to progress? I'm going to leave you guys with that. And I'm interested next week to know what you guys are thinking. And we have some other thought questions that we're going to dig into. But I'm telling you, with each other, with your friends. If you got a little beautiful, beautiful, deep complected little girl, do me a favor today. Look her in her face and tell her how beautiful she is.
She's beautiful. Yeah.
Tell her how beautiful she is. Yeah. Tell her how amazing, how intelligent she is, how it doesn't matter what she looks like. She's just beautiful, period. Do that. Stephen, before we leave, do you want to give any last thoughts before we leave the show?
One thing I would just say is it's up to us to, just like you said, like to tell our kids that they're beautiful. So this cycle doesn't continue. Like, it doesn't matter what skin tone you are, like, all black is beautiful. You see, like, we do some of the most amazing stuff on this planet, and it's never been done better because somebody was lighter or somebody was darker. Like, we're just all amazing. We're all beautiful, and I think it's our job to just reinforce that to our youth and teach them so the cycle doesn't continue.
Absolutely. And we can't show division, guys. This is not the time to show division amongst ourselves because the sharks, the wolves, they are all circling around us, waiting for one weak link to jump in. We saw what happened at the White House. We know that they're serious, but you also know that they're united. So we have to be just as strong, just as united. We got to stop this petty nonsense. It's too much money to be made if we work with each other. First of all, let me just say that. And it really is, guys. And so it's just the money isn't that. No, come on, guys. We do better together.
We got a part 2. Come through, sis. And we put the link for you to click in, sis. We got a part 2.
And we might have a part 3. So
yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to Candid Convos tonight with T and Kiya. Stephen, we adore you. Thank you so much for becoming a Candid Guys, he is official.
He's here.
He's officially Candid Convo family member right now. So that means everything that has to do with Stephen, you better go and support it. You better follow him. You better buy his books. He better be sold out. Y'all better make sure that y'all be in his box. Okay.
Don't be
Thank
too
you. I
much.
appreciate
Don't
that.
get in his box too much.
Oh,
No, don't do too much because his wife ain't listening.
he's still taking clients. Are you
Yeah.
accepting
He is
clients?
accepting his business and don't
You know what?
show up.
And I'm always nice. I'll say hi. You know, I don't bite. So
Okay.
it's cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining
Here's
us.
his pages. Write
yes.
them down so you guys can follow him. And let me drop that Spread Karma link. Write this down.
Yeah, please donate and share it with your
Share it.
friends, share it with your family members.
Listen, we're trying to get them babies some books. We got about 14, 13 days to get a couple $1,000 more. And I know we can do it. The Coco kids raised over $2,000 in a short span of like a week and a half.
Yeah.
So I know we can help this man, this journey, this movement, get these books to these babies so that their asses can learn how to read, even if you can. So you click this link, and we love you guys. We're going to see y'all later. We're going to be back live around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
The Poet got a sold out event tonight here in Baltimore. We're going to put our little cute mask and the real mask on, and we're going to go on there and show the hell out for his sold out event. And listen, this is one of my favorite collabs. One of my favorite collabs. Y'all know we're on these rights. Happy Friday to you. Be safe, not sorry. Wash your hands, wash your face. And y'all already know how I feel about them goddamn kids.
You're not saying that on this show.
We ain't gonna stand on these kids because we need y'all to get these babies some books. But we love you guys. And we're gonna party for a minute because we never get to party. And go find our damn YouTube channel. Party. Y'all know this was y'all groove.
It was.
You can get it when you want it.
So,
All up on
thank
it.
you guys for your comments. Thank you, Anika. Thanks, Cuz. Thanks, sis. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Detta. Thank you, V. Shanetta.
They was grooving. All right, ladies. All right, gentlemen. Peace, love, and head grease to you. We catch